Hey, what's up, guys? Your Hunger Rebel here, and I just want to give a little quick perspective on, talking about like the whole transgender bathroom issue and giving just a little honest, raw perspective on it. Because on one hand, it saddens me that I even need to comment on this, because in reality, it's such a trivial matter that it should not be that much of an issue. But on one hand, I'm able to empathize and truly sympathize with the thought process behind it, because on one hand, yes, women's safety is very important. It's very important to me, and on paper, the logic that is sound. But when you really break it down and think about it, it's such a non-factor that it mostly stems from fear-mongering from fucking conservatives. Because again, the whole talking point is talking about we need to protect the women because these quote unquote men could easily exploit that and use that to prey upon women, which is crazy to think about. Because for one, when you really break down, when you really break it down using common sense, think about it. For one, you really think trans women are really you think trans people are really going out here sacrificing our own sense of safety, our own places to our families, sometimes even the right to reproduce, specifically for the sole purpose of going out of their way to fucking quote unquote rape and attack or harm women. When in reality, for one, most trans people are we're just trying to survive. Trans women especially are out here living in fear. We're out here living in fear every day of our lives. And then it's also the factor, and it's really think about it. Do you think men do you think men really need to cross dress or put on makeup or even go out of their way to pretend to be trans in order to invade women's spaces and in order to drug and rape women? You really think about that, the deeper implications, why the fuck would they do that? Trust me, we all know, every woman knows that men definitely they don't need to disguise themselves or hide who they are in order to harm them, for one. And then from personal experience, there's also the anxiety and dread that comes from even if you do abide by the law, especially in states where trans people using the bathrooms that are assigned with their gender identity is literally illegal. Do you put yourself in our situation? Trust me, it's at the point for me personally, I can't even. It's I literally avoid eating food and drinking fluids, drinking liquids whenever I'm out in public. Even as simple as going to Walmart to go grocery shopping, it's I will deliberately avoid drinking anything, specifically to avoid having to use the bathroom. And on one hand, it's specifically if I'm with my girls, if I'm with my own girls, when I'm out in public, even going grocery shopping, then yes, if I'm I'll be honest, I would use the female bathroom, especially because I'm always I'm out in the open. I'm always presenting as myself, as you guys, as anyone knows me knows. So if I'm with female company, I will use the women's bathroom, no problem. And on a personal note, I've never had any negative encounters with any women. As a matter of fact, I have going to cons and stuff, cosplaying, having women help me with my makeup and stuff. That's been my personal experience using the female bathroom. But if I'm especially alone, by myself, then I have no I would use the men's bathrooms just simply out of my own sense of safety. And I can tell you that as a trans woman, even if you do abide by the laws, right? And even if you do use the bathrooms that correspond with our biological sex, if I use the men's bathroom, then it's essentially a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. Because let's be honest, men in public spaces, whenever they see a trans woman or femboys or even the cross-dressers, using whatever they using men's bathrooms, it creates a sense of parallel and it is in danger for us. So we're the ones who are always in harm. And then men get uncomfortable as fuck, and they always give you those side eyes and looks. And let's be honest, insecure, fragile men, who are not secure in their masculinity, they literally feel threatened, unironically threatened. whenever we use the bathrooms that correspond to our biological sex. So with that information, it's like, so what do we do? What is the solution here? And statistically, like if you want to argue linguistics, like all the entire rhetoric of trans women are just predatory men who want to harm little girls and women. Like that's like statistically, that shit is not like does not happen. Like of course there may be outliers or there might be situations where it has happened, but statistically it's so low to the point where it's essentially a non-factor, it's a non sequitur that can save his argument. And yeah, like I kid you not, like when it's at the point to where like I know it's a very common thing. Like go on Reddit and then type and Google, like even you could just do a basic Google search of trans and non-binary people talking about their experiences, how they avoid even drinking water or eating, like specifically to avoid having to use any bathroom. It's extremely heartbreaking. Like to all women out there, like I feel like of course there's transphobic, bigoted women who will never empathize with us, but even to a degree, even transphobic women like who are honest, we even they can really reflect on what I'm saying. They're like, yeah, like trans women are really fucking raping us, or they're not really a threat to us in these bathrooms, even if we are uncomfortable with them being in our spaces. So yeah, I feel like one easy solution that's not surefire in its way, because there is no real 100% guaranteed surefire solution to this problem. But one solution is like you can just make gender neutral non-binary bathrooms in public spaces is a norm everywhere. That is one solution, even though it runs into the issue of even if you were to do that, then actual violent transphobic, hateful people are just going to deliberately seek out those bathrooms to target us. So that's one problem with that, but it is one of the solutions. But then really ask yourself this one rhetorical question: Do you really believe that predatory, abusive men are going to go out of their way to pretend to be trans, or to completely alter their lives and bodies, like I said at the beginning of this whole rant? Do you really do you think predatory men need a guise or need a decoy in order to abuse people? Just sit with that question for a second. Anyway, that's all. That's pretty much all I have to say in the matter. Like I said, this is meant to just be a quick little insight. And to anyone who takes the time to listen to this and who may actually be interested, and check out my content, I also say I love you all. I love everyone. I just want peace and tranquility for us all. Even though straight men, I know a good amount of straight men will literally hate me without even getting the chance to know me or even having a conversation about it, I still love men, and I still, for example, I even posted, I celebrate Men's Mental Health Month because I understand where that hatred comes from. And I just want everyone to be themselves. That's all I have to say. I love you all. J.